Yo, Toyotaro, Akira Toriyama, good shit. Okay, so Death Knight of Anime here, bringing you guys my review slash fanboy reaction to episode 80 of Dragon Ball Super, the episode we've all been kind of at the seat of our pants wondering, okay, are they gonna are they gonna pull some complete bullshit on us? Are they gonna make Gohan look like a weakling again? And no, they didn't. Actually, throughout the majority of this fight, it was actually a pretty even match, I'd say. In fact, a few things from my prediction in the last my last episode review came true. Others were a little were pushed to the side, I guess you could say. Like for instance, one thing that I did predict, which I actually really like, is that Gohan after being blinded but by Lavenda, Gohan, yeah, sorry, Gohan was using his other senses in order to fight Lavenda, which again I really like that because it shows the majority of this fight it was showing the majority of especially that scene where Gohan chose the majority of this fight, especially that scene where Gohan chose to where Gohan where Gohan was using his other senses, it showed that Gohan is a smart person. We've known so long. In fact, it's been hammered into our heads, maybe a little too much even. But this episode was a nice mix of showing us Gohan's current level of strength and his brain power as well, and they combined them nicely because again, it was showing Gohan using when Gohan was blinded, he knew well enough to use his other senses. He knew enough to use his other senses in order to fight Lavender. Now that did kind of get derailed after Lavender had taken to the air in order to counteract whole Gohan's whole sensing him out with his other senses kind of thing. However, Gohan did quickly bounce back by going Super Saiyan and going Super Saiyan and fighting Lavender by using his but by using the Super Saiyan transformation, as Whis put it, as a sort of as a radar of sorts in order to sense in order to sense in order to work off in order to work off Lavender. Um, but of course, as Whis also pointed out, that was a double-edged sword because, as we saw, Gohan ended up being complete. Gohan's transformations ended up Gohan's transformations constantly throughout the episode ended up spreading the poison throughout his entire body, and some may get a little angry at that, I guess. But to be honest with you, it still makes it's still logical and it still makes sense to me. So, in a way, it did. In a way, it felt right, I guess you could say. Um, another like another thing I really one thing I really got to point out is Gohan's development in this particular case because when the moment Gohan was blinded, um, the moment Gohan was blinded, Supreme Kai immediately said, "Look, we have the sensu beans. We can do this now and heal him. We can heal him with the sensu beans. After all, Universe 9 did the same thing with their fighters. So why not with us?" But Gohan immediately rejected taking a sensu bean because he said, "I have to do this shit on my own. I have to do this shit on my own. I need to learn to fight right now on my own." And that's just I'm really glad to see that development for Gohan because it showed that he was there in order to see just how strong he was and how strong he needed to be. And even by the end of the fight, it was even by the end of the fight, it's still that it was still like, well, another one of my predictions came true where Gohan, so even though Gohan didn't really get as pushed back by Lavender as much as I had originally predicted, he still he's still basically by the end of the episode he still had his doubts that he was strong enough yet for this tournament. So I get the feeling that from this point on, Gohan is going to commit 100% to his training in order to fight from this point on. So yeah, it's Gohan just got a whole lot of development here, but by both saying he didn't want a Senzu Bean as a crutch in order to fight, and by admitting that, by at the end of the fight that he still wasn't strong enough and that he needs to get stronger. So yeah. Now, another thing to bring up about this fight, I guess, is the fact that it ended in a tie. Now, there's two ways to look at it. In a way, I don't know. I guess you could say it, a lot of people, a lot of fans might say, "Oh, bullshit" on that. But in a way, judging from what we know from the preview, this actually does bring up. This actually does kind of give us a bit of an interesting a debacle. Of course, in Goku. Of course, in Goku's case, I doubt it's going to be all that hard for him to really decide. To be honest with you, which is that in this particular case of a tie, this match. I mean, I guess it was this match is basically a winner take all match, and this next match is a winner take all match. And in Goku's case, he doesn't really have any. I don't think he really has any other choices, but to actually win at this point, because well, I mean, it was shown that in this exhibition match, none of the universes have the have to worry right now about being erased. But at the same time, the Grand Priest, after Gohan's victory, the Grand Priest came out and said that Universe 7 right now is is the second weakest. Is the second weakest out of all these, out of all the tournament, out of all the universes. So, in a way, it would be, I suppose it would be, I suppose it would, I suppose in a way it would. It's kind of one of those things where if Gohan, if 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 Goku loses to Berg more in the next to him in the next him in the next episode, it would of course save all the other universes from being destroyed, I guess. But at the same time, I've at the same time losing will also probably put Universe 7 at the very bottom of that power scaling. So it would take a bit for them in order to get back up. They need to prove themselves at the actual tournament in order to get back up from there. Um, but but yeah, I knowing Goku, I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's going to throw the fight at all. Honestly, I don't think he's going to throw the fight at all. I think he's just going to fight Burger more and win. That's his main goal. I think throughout this whole thing. Um, one now another thing is that we also learned that Universe 1 and Universe 1 and 12 and Universe, I think, 5 and 8 is what they said. Grand Prix said Universe 1 and Universe 1 and 12 and Universe 5 and 8 are exempt from I think competing in this tournament, because apparently the power scaling of the mortals on their universes are so high, are higher than the actual estimate that the Grand Prix set. So that just makes me wonder how fucking strong are their universes gods and angels, like gods and angels and even Supreme Kais, like how strong is that fucking universe? Like I'm I mean I assume that Toriyama is working it in some way where we are going to get a look at what how strong they are, but just learning that they exceed the level, that they exceed the level of set, it really boggles my mind. Like, it really just makes me wonder how strong are those universes. I'm almost hoping that even though they're exempt, I'm hoping that they at least that they can. I mean, I hope they at least try and compete in some way, because yeah, I really want to see the strength of those guys, honestly, of those guys as fighters. But yeah, um, other than that, yeah, this was. Other than that, this was yeah, this was just a great episode. It got the stakes higher, and I honestly it just it raised the stakes even higher. And yeah, I'm not sure what I'm not I'm not sure how. I'm not sure how Gohan how the Universe 7 is going to get out of this, because this again this is just an amazing an amazing episode. Like this episode, it was just it brought personal feelings back, because I brought personal feeling back to the fight with Gohan. It brought me back to the old days of him fighting Super Buu, and and fighting Cell too. So yeah, it was good. It was good going, guys. You definitely you completely you got me back on the train of loving Gohan, because I didn't I mean, I was always optimistic, I guess, about Gohan winning this fight, but I didn't know how it was gonna go down. But good on you guys. But yeah, that's basically my whole review. My whole review. Fanboy Dragon Ball Z retard reaction of Dragon Ball Super episode 80. Yeah, great episode, and I can't wait to see what's gonna happen next. Later, guys. Death Note of Anime signing out. See ya.